The Woodside Players of Queens present Six-Cylinder Love, a comedy of newlyweds and mishaps with an automobile. The first New York run of Six-Cylinder Love was at the Sam H. Harris Theatre on West 42nd Street, where Madame Tussauds is today. It was directed by Sam Forrest and ran for 344 performances from August 25th, 1921 to July 1st, 1922. It starred Donald Meek and Eleanor Gordon as middle-aged couple Richard and Geraldine Burton, with Madeline Marshall as their daughter Phyllis. Their smart-set friend, Margaret Rogers, was played by Hedda Hopper, and in that production she had a husband, but we have dispensed with him for our production. The young couple next door, Gilbert and Marilyn Sterling, were played by Ernest Truex and June Walker. Questionable car salesman William Donroy was played by Ralph Sipperly. Gilbert's boss, Mr. George Stapleton, was played by Burton Churchill. In our production, Gilbert's boss is a woman, Miss Stapleton, as is Smith the detective, originally played by Harry Hamill. In 1923, Ernest Truex repeated his role of Gilbert Sterling in a silent film version of the play, unfortunately now lost. And in 1931, the first talkie version came out, featuring a young and upcoming actor called Spencer Tracy. In the first scene, Donroy drives the car through the fence separating the couples, an action that kicks off the ill-ordered relationships that are the basis of the plot. This automobile advertisement in the programme from October 1921 not only plays on the name of the play, but is the very exact car that was used on stage in Act 1. Exactly 1 month into the play's run, on September 25th, 1921, the car malfunctioned on stage, and car salesman Donroy drove the car through the footlights, off the stage, and nosedived into the front row seats. Luckily, the spectators jumped aside as they saw the car beginning to career off the stage, so nobody was hurt, and Ralph Sipperly was able to get out unscathed. But there were screams throughout the auditorium, and a woman who had been in the front row was reported to have been hysterical, and she was taken backstage to be calmed by the members of the cast. After a short break, during which the situation was calmed and the car hauled back onto the stage, the lead actor, Ernest Truex, came on stage to announce that the play would continue where it had left off. The show must go on. At the back of the 1921 programme is a plan of the theatre auditorium. Imagine that car careening off the stage into the front row. Directed by Johnny Culver, the Woodside Players production stars Christopher Cunningham and Ellen Sturm-Niz as middle-aged couple Richard and Geraldine Burton, with Carson Lee Cosper as their daughter Phyllis. Zoe Badavinuk is smart-set friend Margaret Rogers. Noah Kleinberg and Candice Brown are young couple Gilbert and Marilyn Sterling. Stephen Shallock is car salesman Donroy. Gilbert's boss, Miss Stapleton, is played by Alexis Tandit. Smith the detective by Anne Morelli, and the roles of Harold and Tom by Devorah Fine.